So the digital parent trap. Louis, where's yours? Where's yours? The handout. So the main idea is here, right? There are benefits to early exposure to technology. And there are many claims. So I'll ask you if you have read this argument, Jack. Are there important claims in the first paragraph? Wow, powerful mood.
I don't think so because it's all evidence.
Numbers and examples, right?
Yeah.
I agree. There are not very important claims in paragraph 1, but there are some minor claims, right? Like as a background information, because this argument is about a debate, right? To support the technology use and to oppose it. So it's about a debate. We can say that some minor claims are this generation of American kids is the tech savviest in history. And they will start the most tech-saturated school year ever as background information, right? And Michelle, can you tell me what does this word mean, savvy?
What is some word?
Savvy, this word. Savvy.
Oh, savvy.
Yeah, what's the meaning of that? The base form is S-A-V-V-Y, savvy. As an adjective here, right? Because it is the superlative form of savvy.
It means the ability to understand something?
Yes. That means your ability to do something, your interest in something, or you are good at something, right? Ability, good. So that is about, that is background information, and the author uses some statistics to support them, as well as example here, right? And both statistics and examples are evidence, right? The first category here. Good. And how about the paragraph 2, Louis? Your page is so clean.
But what does PKGD mean?
Background.
Oh, okay.
So you oh, I see. Okay, good. So are there any important claim? What is the relationship between paragraph 1 and paragraph 2? According to the first word here, yet, what is the relationship?
Paragraph 2 is the continuous of paragraph 1.
Continuous, are they consistent? Are the ideas consistent, or are they the same or different? The idea.
Same?
Same? Are you sure?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Asking you,
You are not sure. actually, paragraph 1 is supporting the technology use, right? Because children are good at technology, and schools also use technology. So paragraph 1 are evidence that support the technology use in school, right? To support, I'll write a mark here. But what does yet mean? Well, yet means however or but. Or but. So the relationship is contrast. Okay, there is a contrast here because it is a debate. So the author also uses some evidence, right, from the latest findings from a research firm, this firm, and barely half of the US parents agree mobile technology. And an example is followed. That means children like to use technology, and schools tend to let students use technology, but less than half of their parents don't agree. All right, so what is the purpose of those two paragraphs? By showing the two groups with their different ideas toward technology use, the author, we can say that it lead into the debate, right? So the main strategy the author uses is also evidence, numbers and examples. Tina, La, Tina. 一会儿再给你说吧。你有带之前发的吗？没有。那我跟 Linda 说一下 ，Wait a minute, Jack and Michelle， 我拿你的封面吧，不省事儿，就2页。啊？爱你。我也爱你。
我的早，考试应该也差不多。
好了。
一会儿 sample 在哪呢？这个考的怎么样？上周凑数难吗？你在家考的还是在考场考的？哎，马上出分了，现在出分很快是吧？出了多少分？
比上次进步了点。
上次多少？
94，
这次92、96啊，上94，这次96。那还要再考啊？你怎么样？100啊，加油！我给你真题，你做了吗？没有。哎，你做了，说不定就会遇到原题，我认服了你。OK， let's continue. So I just explained the first 2 paragraphs. And do you know the news about a kind of digital detox in China? What's the name of the manager? Because he uses electricity to shoot you. 什么临沂网瘾什么戒断中心 because parents spend a lot of money to send their children to the center because they think their children are very addicted to technology, to their phone. 对，电击那个很吓人。Yeah, because there are similar centers in America too, right? Like the example in paragraph 2, they paying a lot of money, more than $24,000 to send their kids to month-long digital detox program. And like the one, so there's an example here. After reading those 2 paragraphs, the audience already know what is the debate, and maybe they are starting to form their own opinion toward it, right? Do you agree or disagree the use of technology in school for children? But in your school, do your school support the technology use in classroom? Because all the teachers use the computer, PowerPoints, email, right? But are mobile phones allowed in the classroom in your school? Sometimes, yeah. So I think most of the schools support that now. But this essay is 7 years ago, so it's different. 7 years ago, I think right now most schools will support technology. And okay, the next one, so who is right? So that is the debate, the 2 groups. The mom trying to protect her kids from the perils of new technology, or the dad who's coaching his kids to embrace it. Okay, there's a question for you. Are there really a mom or dad here in this situation? So they are not real. So what do we call that? As a strategy. You are imagining there are 2 characters, right? Opposing with each other. So we call that artificial dichotomy. Okay, I'll write down this word. Can you spell those 2 words? Artificial, of course. Artificial. Dichotomy. I don't have a marker. DICHOTOMY. And there's no TV or projector here. Okay, now, what does dichotomy mean? Can you guess? Artificial.
是为什么那个share screen 没了呀？
Sorry，我再弄一下，我也不知道。Share screen。我刚才一直没有录上呢，这是。OK。好了吗？ Can you see the screen now? Hello? 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 Yeah, you can. I assume you can. Dichotomy. Yeah, you know the spelling now, right? It means the separation between two groups that are opposed to each other or different with each other, right? Dichotomy, this word. It is artificial dichotomy. So in your writing, sometimes there are no real people who hold opposing ideas. So you imagine there is one person and another person, they are totally against with each other. So it is called artificial dichotomy. So the strategy used here is to set up an artificial dichotomy in order to 对对对对 OK 谢谢，我还没用到，一会儿再说。Artificial dichotomy. Yeah, so that the audience clearly know their different ideas, right? So that is the function of that. And I think, I forgot to highlight the claims in paragraph 2. Barely half of US parents agree that mobile technology should play a more prominent role in schools. Yeah. And what is the main claim in paragraph 3? Michelle? Michelle? So the debate has been set up.
Is it a small conclusion of paragraph 1 and 2?
Is it a conclusion? So if you say it is a conclusion, you must already have an idea that which one is better. Who wins? But no, not yet. You still don't know which one is winning. All right. So I think the claim, how about Jack? Jack, can you tell me the claim in this paragraph? Jack?
From the rhetorical question.
Rhetorical question. Who is right? I think it is the summary of the debate, right?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just tell you the most important piece of information in this paragraph would be, it is an urgent question. So you've already introduced this debate to the readers. And then the next step is to emphasize that it is a very important question and it is urgent. We must figure out it now, right? So that is the second step. So if, remember last class, I taught you how to write an analysis of structure. So you need to divide the whole passage into several parts, right? So in this passage, maybe paragraph 1, 2, 3 belongs to one part because it tells you the debate and stresses that it is an important debate. It is an important problem, right? And then how many parts are left? If you have read this passage, I see Louis is not happy today. Very tired. Did you have exams this week in your school? No. I see. That's okay, because the holiday is coming. And so you can use this mark to separate the different parts. But I think there are 3 main parts in this passage, right? So paragraph 1, 2, 3 is the first part. And paragraph 4, 5, 6 are the second part. The second part. And I'll give you 2 minutes to read paragraph 4, 5, 6 again and tell me how many important claims are there, okay? Actually, there's one claim in every paragraph. So what are they? And you need to tell me the strategies the author uses. Except for evidence, are there any other strategies like stylistic elements or persuasive elements, right? Or any rhetorical strategies? Tell me. 2-6, 4-6. Finished read. Tina, can you tell me what is the main idea in paragraph 4? Can you find any topic sentence? Yes, yes, it is. So it is an important claim here. The less time spent with screens, the better. I think maybe your parents think so. Do your parents always say, stop using your mobile phone? It's bad to your eyes, it's bad to your brain. Used to be. So it is a very traditional idea, but can you see that paragraph 4, 5, and 6 are all reasons that disapprove the use of technology, right? So what do we call that in argument? If the main idea of this whole passage is about the benefits of technology use, so what do we call that in argument? Yes, so they are counter. Write down this word. They are counter argument. So that is the second part of this argument. So they are reasons to support the traditional old ideas. Right? So the first reason is the less time. It's parents' traditional idea about the screen, about the technology. And what strategy is used here? What strategy? Michelle?
Huh?
Yeah, what strategy is used in paragraph 4?
What means strategy?
Like, how about the second sentence here? That thinkings stem from, originate from reports and fact. So what are they? Evidence. evidence again, right? How many forms of evidence are there? Examples, statistics, right? Of course, reports or studies or research, right? The results of any kind of study. And fact, which is true, you can't deny that, you can't change that. We call that fact. So their ideas, they have those ideas because their ideas are influenced by some reports or fact, right? And some negative influence of them. Cyberbullying. What is cyberbullying? Yes, like you always say something very negative to others, but you are afraid to do so in your real life. Right? You dare not do that, but you are brave enough to say very bad things online. Yeah, that is cyberbullying, because many famous people committed suicide because of cyberbullying. All right, so parents know that. It is true, right? And social media can make kids feel depressed and insecure because others look happy in photos. So you think your life is horrible compared to others, because people always post good things online, right? Like, oh, you are having a picnic outside with friends, but you are just pretend you are happy, and maybe it rained later and maybe you traveled to some beautiful places, but you are alone and you are not happy, but you pretend to be happy online. So this kind of thing make people think their life is not as good as theirs, so they may feel depressed and insecure. So you need to pay attention to some words with negative associations like cyberbullying, depressed, and insecure, right? So I think the evidence here is strong because you have the similar experience in your life. So by when you read this paragraph, you may tend to agree that technology is not good for children, even though they are counter-argument. Okay, next one. What is the claim here? Is it the first sentence? No, there's only one sentence here. Is it the first clause? I think it is, right? They are also a fundamental aversion to sitting kids in front of screens. What does aversion mean? Tina? A good word or bad word? Positive or negative? Positive. Have you read the rest of the paragraph? Thanks to decades of studies proving that watching too much TV can lead to, are those words positive or negative? Obesity, violence, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, 多动症. Of course, they are negative. Yes, some of my students are. Yeah, I think. Huh? Those students in year 7, yeah, they are hyperactive. They can't sit at their seats for more than 5 minutes. They can't. They stand up and run away, go to toilet and come back and shout. Oh my God, can't stand them. Okay, so aversion is an active word. That means a strong feeling of dislike. Okay, strong feeling of dislike, very strong. And the evidence is also studies, right? Proving. So it seems to be credible because they are studies, right? You must believe them. And next paragraph, it is a longer. It starts with an example from World of Schools, consortium of K-12 schools, right? So what is the claim here? There's no topic sentence here, right? I think, because it starts with an example and then what? Punctuation. What is used here? Quotation marks, right? So quote is also another form of evidence. And whose ideas are quoted here? Find the person. Lucy Woods, maybe. Administrator at the school, right? And this whole paragraph is all about her words. So what is the main idea of her words? Can you find it? The benefit of what? Is it about benefit? Because their school are designed to connect children to nature, to ignite passion for lifelong learning, limit tech in the classroom, and bar the use of smartphones at home, right? So no technology at school and at home. Life would be like hell. Maybe. Right, so yeah, this sentence is the claim. Make sure you underline it. Okay, limit tech in the classroom and as well as at home. And she doesn't see any benefit. So to find supporting information for the counter argument, the author uses different kind of evidence, all about evidence, right? Examples, quotations, and studies, right? Academic studies to support that using technology is pretty bad for students. But those three paragraphs are not the most important part in the passage, right? It is used to set up the debate. So what is more important is the following paragraph from 7 to 11, I think, right? The next part. So from 7 to 11, that is the third part of that. And they are all reasons to support the use of technology, to support the benefits of that, right? So what is the claim of paragraph 7? I'll give you 1 minute to read it again. What is it? What is the topic then? The first one, right? Is it the first one? New research suggests that social networking sites also offer unprecedented learning opportunities, right? And this idea is from a new research, so evidence again. And followed by quotation, right? So research and quotation here. And quotes who? Mimi Is it ito or ito? Mimi. Ito Mimi online. And I think it's a she, right? Mimi. Oh, let me check that. Mimi. Why? Who? 好奇怪，哪国人会叫咪咪 ？Yeah, it is me. Yeah, maybe it's it's a she, right? She's an anthropologist at the University of California at Irvine. Do you know this school? 加州著名网红大学，尔湾。How many branches of University of California? Berkeley, right? UCLA, most famous too, and UCSD, San Diego. Yeah, this university is very good too. And not as good as Berkeley and UCLA, but still a good branch of California University, right? And then SB, Santa Barbara, top 30 in US, Santa Barbara, and Davis, do you know? And Urban. And there's another one, I think is the worst one. But there's so many University of California schools, so many. So maybe if you can go to Berkeley or UCLA, if you study like arts, different kind of art, you better go to UCLA. Or yeah, choose this one. And San Diego and Santa Barbara are not bad too, but Urban, okay, don't go to me. You're studying, yeah, but the author quotes from Mimi here, because the author thinks she is authority and her words are credible. Right? So even though it's not a very good university, they are no longer limited by what's offered in school. That means more resources are offered online, so students can access to the resources to help their study. That is the first reason to support the technology use, right? And next paragraph, I think it's too obvious. The first sentence would be the topic sentence, right? Early tech use has cognitive benefits. What does cognitive mean? What's the difference with knowledge? Cognition. Knowledge is that the fact that you know something, right? So we call you have knowledge of something because you understand that, you know that, right? It's a fact. But cognition means you know that you know. That is your